Hey everybody, it's Matt Electric here. We're back in the Battle Stadium for some more VGC. And today we are on our third day with this Durant Lapras team. Using Komodo with double as well, and Chandler and Gothitelle. So hopefully we can pick up a few wins today with this team. This of course is the last day we're using this team. Next week we move on to a new team and see how we go on. We found an opponent very, very quickly. Much quicker than what we normally find one. We've got Galarian Wheezing in this first battle. Very, very interesting. Being able to lock out abilities could end up being a problem for me. Alternatively, it could end up being Misty Terrain using Misty Seed Corviknight. Corviknight's been hugely popular at the moment, actually. Really, really good typing. Very, very bulky. I mean, I've run Psychic Seed Corviknight before, so could be Misty Seed. It's most likely going to be the ability that removes other abilities, though. We've got a Zard in there, we've got Hatterene, and then we've got the Sand Duel at the bottom. So, with that being said, I think we probably leave with Durant. And I want to say Gothitelle. Durant's got a really good typing against a lot of that leaf. The only real thing that it might struggle against is that Corviknight. So if I keep Chandelure in the back and then target down the other slot that isn't Corviknight, then we should be in a pretty good position. We've got Max Knuckle to deal with the two at the bottom, Max Steel Spike to deal with Hatter, the two fairies, and then Max Rockfall that can deal with the Charizard. Alongside that, sure, we'll have Komodo, and we'll have... Oh no, that's 4. That is 4. We just locked in time. Only just. Scraping that timer. But we do make it. So it'll be really interesting to see what he decides to lead with. It could be Corviknight Wheezing with, like I say, with Misty Surge, and then he maybe goes to Sap Tailwind early on. Alternatively, he could just lead with the Sand. If he does lead with Sand, then we have to choose what he's not going to dynamax. It is actually going to be Corviknight Wheezing. Is it going to be Misty Surge, or is it going to be the ability that locks out other abilities? So we're going to lose Hustle here, which is a little bit annoying. And I think he probably goes for Will-O-Wisp this turn. So maybe I just fake out and Max Steel Spike and get some damage off. Is that a little bit ballsy to go for? I can't imagine too many of Wheezing running Protect, you know. I can't imagine too many of them running Protect. I could see a Fake Out coming out, though. So you know what? Let's go with the Max Steel Spike into Wheezing. And let's go for a Fake Out into Corviknight. That'll give us a defense boost. And it will hopefully knock out the Wheezing. He actually just switches it out here. Which means we do get Hustle back. He obviously didn't have Shadow Tag as well there. And Charizard comes in. So maybe we look to go for the Max Rockfall next turn. Obviously with Zard in, that's going to be the Pokemon he's going to want to Gigantamax. Well, of course, speaking of Gigantamax Pokemon, we do have a few more Gigantamax Pokemon entering the game. Who have we got? We've got Gengar, we've got... Copperaja. We've got Duraludon, which probably won't be very useful. Max Steel Spike actually does a hell of a lot of damage into Charizard there. A lot more than what I was anticipating initially. Which is great. That's fantastic. And as I said, if I can keep... I'll just keep Chandler ready to go in the back to help deal with Corviknight. In this scenario, let's just go for a Max Knuckle into the Charizard. And let's go for... I suppose I may as well go for a Helping Hand. At least this way, I suppose, if he switches that into Excadrill, then, you know, we can hit that thing for super effective damage. But I do want the all-important attack boost here on Durant. And out comes the Max Knuckle here into Charizard, which should be a knockout. It is. So, 2 turns of our Dynamax used, but we have removed the Charizard from play. There is no G-Max Wildfire going on from our side of the field. And my opponent is going to have to pick another Pokemon to Gigantamax. Or, well, I suppose Dynamax. He doesn't have any other Gigantamaxes. And we're going to see a Reflect go up from Corviknight. So that's just really, really interesting play from my opponent. Running potentially dual screens. I don't know if it gets light screen as well. But most likely Tailwind screens on Roost. if that is the case. So, as I said before, let's just continuously hammer down that other slot that Corviknight isn't sat in. Because we're going to be in a pretty good position if we do continue to do that. So, Weezing comes in here. I think here I just go for a Max Steel Spike and a Helping Hand. Let's just keep that damage. Let's just keep the onslaught going with Durant here. We, of course, lose Hustle. But with Helping Hand and that +1 boost from Max Knuckle, even through Reflect, this should be a one-shot. Unless there's things like max HP, max defense, with like a bold nature. We do one-shot the Weezing. It will not be locking any of my abilities. Or, well, not any longer anyway. And we're going to get another defense boost here with Durant and Gothitelle. That is our last turn of Dynamax, unfortunately. But we have knocked out 2 Pokemon for... and losing a very little amount of HP. And all my opponent has really done is been able to set up Light Screen and Reflect. Which... I know which position I'd prefer to be in. They do, of course, have that Dynamax available to them still. As Hatterene comes in. Who, of course, will not appreciate a +2 Iron Head. Or, no, a +1 Iron Head. I suppose with Hustle, though. No, that would still be a +1. Let's go for the Iron Head into Hatterene. There's no way the Corviknight's got anything that can one-shot Durant at this stage. And let's just click Helping Hand. Guess, if we miss this, that's going to really, really suck. Because he's probably going to set Trick Room. I kind of can't afford to miss this Iron Head. That ain't good. That is not good. He actually is running Calm Mind. It could be Calm Mind, Trick Room, 2 attacks. Probably Dazzling Gleam and Psychic is the most likely options. That just makes this thing. That just makes things so annoying. Because if this thing's Focus Sashed, then I could be in trouble. I'm not convinced an Iron Head's going to one-shot it through... Oh, come on, it must do. It's Hustle Boost, it's Stab, it's Lightfall, but +1 attack. I know... Oh, come on, Durant! Are you serious? Well, at least Psyshock is going to break a potential Focus Sash. He's going to go for the Brave Bird here with Corviknight. He seems pretty set on targeting my Gothitelle here. Oh, man, Durant. And he's running the Mystical Fire. Mate. No, that ain't on. That actually ain't on. What? Surely I'm not going to lose this game. And he's leftovers. Oh my god. Okay, Como literally cannot do any damage. I'm going to have to go after the... I'm going to have to bring Chandelier and go after the Hatterene. We're just... I know I've lost because of those Iron Head misses. 2 Iron Heads and none of them hit. Like, are you serious? Are you actually serious? Let's go for the Shadow Ball. Let's go for the Helping Hand here. Oh, dear. This thing's got Light Screen. It's got +1 with Calm Mind. And he's going to Dynamax. It really sucks. I'm going to lose this. I'm actually going to lose this. Oh, man. Durant letting me down. Absolutely letting me down there. That was the only way my opponent wins this as well. I had Chandler ready to go in the back. We're going to go for a Shadow Ball here. It does absolutely nothing to the +1 special defense. Light Screen boosted Dynamax Hatterene. Another Brave Bird's going to come out. He's probably going to knock me out with a G-Max Smite here. He actually goes into Gothitelle, which is pretty interesting. Oh my god. Next turn, he probably just G-Max, or goes for probably a Max Mind Storm, to be honest, onto Chandelier, and then knocks out Como in the following turn. Should have had this game. I should have had this game. Durant isn't a reliable Steel type, unfortunately, because of Hustle. If it had a higher attack stat, it's only base 90 attack. If it had a higher attack stat, and I need a crit with Shadow Ball. I need a crit. We're not going to get it. That's game over. That is absolutely game over. I don't think I did anything at all wrong in this match. I just think I got very, very unlucky with the Iron Head misses. If those Iron Head, if one of those Iron Heads hit, I'd probably knock out the Hatterene. Absolutely ridiculous. Ridiculous. Well, it's giving me another chance to crit with Shadow Ball. If Shadow Ball does crit, I do think it takes it out. And 1v1, Chandler can probably deal with Corviknight with Shadow Ball. But I have to crit this thing with Shadow Ball. And you know what? Based on those hustle misses, I think I'm owed this. I think I'm owed this. Yeah, hustle still makes Iron Head like 80% accurate. That's still pretty good. That still is not bad actually. I should not be missing 2 in a row. We do not get a crit with Shadow Ball. I don't see us surviving this turn with the Brave Bird damage as well as the Max Mindstorm damage. Oh no, you know he's got Mystical Fire. He must not have Trick Room then. If he's got a Psychic move. No, he must be G-Max Smite with Mystical Fire without a Psychic move. We do resist that, but it's not going to be enough unfortunately. And that is a really hard loss to take because my opponent did not deserve to win that in the slightest. Frankly, I completely outplayed him. Yeah, I'm not very happy about that. I did nothing wrong in that game. I did absolutely nothing wrong. That's hustle for you. That's hustle. Sorry if you can hear the noise outside, guys. There is a... I think it's a bin day today, so... You know how it is. You know how it is. That's... Oh my god, that's so ridiculously unfortunate that we've lost that. So unfortunate. Durant the Unreliable, eh? Durant the Unreliable. Oh, that's just so... I'm actually so bitter about that. I removed the Charizard from play. I removed the Weezing from play. All he does is set screens up. I've got all the offensive pressure in the world. And all I got to do is hit 1 of 2 Iron Heads, really. Because if I hit 1 Iron Head, even if it's not the Helping Hand boosted one, it's going to do sufficient damage to the point where, you know, Chandler should be able to come in and finish it off, right? So, and then once Chandler knocks out with Shadow Ball, I switch it out, bring in Komodo, and I can bring Chandler back in later and knock out the Corviknight with Fire Blast. That was the game plan, and unfortunately, we've been screwed out of it. We'd have another opponent though. 20. Oh my god. Okay, the last time I fought someone around the 25,000 mark, I did actually lose. So we ain't taking anything for granted here. Bishop. Arcanine. Keep seeing quite a few Bishop around actually. Conk. Rotom. Wash. Togekiss. And Gyarados. So I think he probably leads Conkeldurr, if he's expecting me to lead my Lapras. He doesn't have any Ghost types, so setting up with double could end up being really threatening for my opponent. A lot of his team is physical attackers as well, so I look at Gyarados. It might be a support Arcanine. If it's not a support Arcanine, Gyarados, Arcanine, Conkeldurr, and Bishop are all physical attackers. Part of me doesn't want to go Lapras here. I think I bring double Komodo in the back and go with Lapras Gothitelle. If I can set the screens, I mean the annoying thing is Bishop does get access to Brick Break. So if it is Brick Break Bishop, that's gonna really suck. He's actually only got 1 resistance to go, so I could bring Chandler. But honestly, I think, to be fair, if I've got double in the back without much else offensive pressure, I think I'm better off bringing Chandler. Yeah, just in case he ends up taking Togekiss in the back, right? So, in that situation, it's important I have something else that can hit it. So, Komodo isn't coming. A pretty good matchup for double, though, if we can get it set up. You know, even a +6 defense body press, it's still going to do some decent damage to Gyarados, despite being resisted. I could see it doing maybe a third to 33% maybe to Togekiss, maybe 40%. We're going to see the Togekiss Rotom League, so probably a Follow Me Nasty Plot set in this situation. So let's go for an early game G-Max Resonance, along with a Helping Hand. And let's just try and take out the Lapras straight away. Or try and take out the Togekiss straight away, sorry. Because like I said, that is a big threat to double. I can then look at... It might be a case of having to leave the Rotom on its own for a little while and just let it do its thing. It might end up just setting up loads of nasty balls, so which can be a little bit dangerous, but... If he does hit Lapras with a Thunderbolt, then I am going to have my weakness policy activate. So that is a plus. I'm not convinced a G-Max Resonance is going to one-shot Togekiss, even with the Helping Hand boost. But we'll find out, because it's not a particularly offensive Lapras. Togekiss actually protects it, so it's a good play for my opponent. But that's alright. And he does Nasty Plot, as I kind of expected. But if I mean, I could have gone for Freeze Dry there, but the important thing is getting this Aurora Veil up. Como would actually be quite a nice switch in this situation. But, well, once Togekiss is removed from the field. So you led Rotom with Togekiss. And we do actually see the weakness policy on Togekiss. So we know you're not Crit Kiss, which is a positive. So I think I'm just going to I think I'm just going to target it again. Again, let's just go for the Helping Hand. There's every chance he goes for a Thunderbolt here. And probably... I mean, he could Dynamax either at this stage. I do think he Dynamaxes Rotom, though. And so what I probably do here is take the hit with Lapras. And then maybe I choose to Ally Switch the following turn. Just to try and stall out the Dynamax turns of this Rotom. Obviously, being at +2 is very, very scary. It did outspeed the... No, we saw Protect, so we don't know if it outspeeds the... We don't know if it outspeeds the Togekiss. We don't know if it's a bulky variant. We're going to find out now, though. So, Togekiss... We're not going to find out now, because he's going to go for Follow Me. So, Togekiss is going to go for the Follow Me. Redirecting any attack away from the Rotom, as he actually gets the +4 special attack, which is... This is getting pretty dangerous now, it's fair to say. It's getting pretty dangerous. He's clearly got plans on trying to one-shot my Lapras. Most likely once the Aurora Veil goes down. Yeah, I kind of wish I bought Como instead of double. Como resists basically any move that Rotom wants to go for. Rotom often run Nasty Plot 3 attacks, which would be Hydro Pump, Thunderbolt, or Dark Pulse. Como literally resists them all. Let's go for the Max Geyser here into the Arcanine. And let's click Helping Hand. And let's see if I can knock it out and win it. If I can get the attack off, I probably do knock it out in one hit. Boost, oh, maybe not with the Snarl. Maybe not with the Snarl. Unless he wants to Thunderbolt Lapras. If he wants to Thunderbolt Lapras, we probably knock it out. This is a little bit of a dangerous situation, though, where, you know, I do expect to live that. We do live it very comfortably. Where setting the rain up for this Rotom may end up being detrimental to me. Nonetheless, Arcanine's going to go down here. We're going to put ourselves in a 4v2 situation. Although that 2 does include a +4 Rotom. And the rain goes up. Not that that's very important to me. If anything, it benefits my opponent more. But at least we've got ourselves the Pokemon advantage. This is exactly what happened last time, and I end up getting reverse swept. So, Bishop comes in. Again, I think I'm just going to target it, and I'm probably going to go for an Ally Switch this time. The annoying thing is, though... Oh, actually, maybe I'll go Freeze Dry and Ally Switch. That's probably a better option. I haven't yet revealed the Ally Switch, so... In doing this, I can... hopefully he just targets my... Oh, mate, Freeze Dry is not going to do enough, is it? Not to a Dynamax. I mean, with luck, right, he's Dynamaxing Bishop. I can't imagine he is. No, I didn't think so. He is going to Dynamax that Rotom. I don't see a +1 Freeze Dry doing a huge amount of damage, to be honest. And once he starts blasting off these Max Geysers in the rain, I don't think I've got anything that's going to take the hit. So it's probably going to be game over, to be honest. Nonetheless, we go for the Ally Switch. And we're going to see a Max Lightning come out into Gothitelle, which probably doesn't live that. Oh my god, Gothitelle, you tank. You absolute tank. Good god. I know we've got Aurora Veil up, but that is a +4 Max Lightning. And Gothitelle just tanks it. Having some nom nom noms on the Citrus Berry as well. And Hopefully we can get a decent freeze dry off here. I mean, if I can go for a freeze dry, and is that going to knock us out? No, it's not going to knock us out. Lapras is going to be living. Look, if I can get sufficient damage off here with freeze dry, I may be able to win this with it. Oh, I don't know if Energy Ball's going to do enough, you know. I don't know if it's going to do enough. Let's go for a double ally switch. And just try and keep my opponent on his toes. Or I go for a SwSh into Rotom and a Protect. That's another option. Again, just trying to stall at these Dynamax turns. Because if I can get it into a situation where it's double versus Bishop, there's every chance I win this. He fires off another Max Lightning. Yeah, okay. I wish I'd gone for Ally Switch. I don't think it would have mattered too much in the long run, but... And yeah, Bishop's going to knock us out with an Iron Head. So, crit didn't matter, obviously. The question is Chandelure going to be able to do enough damage here? That is the big question. Aurora Veil is down. That's a problem for double. Although I do think the Body Press is probably just going to knock it out anyway. And double is weirdly fast. I think it's based 88 speed. You wouldn't expect it to be as fast as it is. So I think what I do here is I go for an Energy Ball and I Body Press the Rotom. The important thing here is damage. I'm not convinced an Energy Ball is going to do enough, but both my Pokemon should outspeed him. Unless it's like a fast Rotom, which most Nasty Plot variants are generally bulkier. It's going to be the Bishop that protects here, which is fantastic for me. Because it means you're not getting any damage off here. Off goes the Energy Ball into Rotom. I don't think that's going to be enough. I really don't, especially not with the Citrus Berry. Maybe I should have gone for a Max Guard here instead of just going straight for a Body Press. He actually chose me the Max Darkness into Chandelure. Chandelure isn't going to be living that. So now I have to try and one-shot this thing with a Body Press. We know that he is a faster Rotom set because he's able to outspeed my double. Well, there isn't too much in the speed, to be honest. Body Press comes out. Yeah, not even close to being enough. I needed to try and stall out another turn of Dynamax to be able to win that game. Unfortunately, I mean, maybe if I'd gone for Ally Switch and Lapras somehow was able to live a maybe he protects with Rotom. We're playing very low ladder, right? Maybe he protects with Rotom. Maybe he protects. No, just go to the Hydro Pump. Unfortunately, my opponent has the 80% accuracy that I didn't have in the last game, and that's going to be 2 losses for this team. That's the difference, I suppose, between hitting your attacks and not hitting them. Unfortunately, this team does only go 2-6 this week. It's a fun team to use, but with the amount of Togekiss running around, it's certainly not. You know, it's certainly not an ideal. It doesn't have particularly great matchups in today's metagame, especially as we go into a metagame with Gmax Gengar, which Gmax Gengar's Gigantamax attack is essentially like Shadow Tag, where it locks an opponent in, which could be very, very dangerous, especially for a team like this that really struggles to hit those ghost types. But regardless, we will continue next week with a new team. If you're interested in more content, guys, make sure you follow my Twitch with the link in the description. You can also follow me on Twitter as well. I will see you next time. Bye-bye.